All right, I ordered some planer blades off Amazon. I got a 6-pack of them, so 2 3-packs, because 3 is all you need each time you go. So basically, you just get a backup set for the next time, so you don't have to order them as soon. So, and I think all in all, they were like 30 bucks, something like that. So they are made by Asiag Tool. Chinese brand, no doubt. But if they work, right? So I went ahead already, took the liberty of loosening these 4 screws on my Dewalt planer, which I have modified already with the top discharge as opposed to coming out this back port. You literally, just like you would on the normal front one though, they have these 3 long bolts that go in there, and you can basically undo them right with your fingers because they have like this hurricane symbol looking grip on the back. So instead of it ever discharging out this way and having to like do a hard 90-degree bend, and your wood shavings get all clogged up, it just comes straight out, and I just hook my vacuum right up to this little top port here. So ordered this from a guy on eBay or Etsy shop. Very good little 3D laser printed style thing there. So once you take that cover off, you've then got your blades that are exposed right here. So you got to basically come in here and take a tool. I think my kid literally took the tool that was in the top, so I don't know where it is. That's what kids are great at doing when they mess around in your shop. So I got this other little angled Allen, so we're gonna see if this can get him off. Okay. All right, once I break the screws loose, they actually then come apart pretty easily by hand. So you can go in and there's a little tray right there, so you don't drop them down in or lose them, which I'm always good doing that. That's right, sometimes things are there, and also they disappear. So the nice thing about any planer blade, at least of anyone I've ever bought, is they do come dual-sided. So me having 2 sets fresh is like having 4 sets essentially, because you can flip them over once one side gets worn out, which you can see that one's kind of gotten pretty beat up, and I'd already flipped it. Both sides are worn out on these, so it is time for a total replace. one other thing is that goes over top of the blade to keep the blade pressed flat, and so that you're not torquing down on the metal of the blade and possibly warping its dimensions with the bolts. So this keeps an even pressure along the whole blade so that when you're planing, it's completely 100% flat. Okay, all 3 blades are off. I'm going to take this rag and go ahead and give each little mounting surface a little wipe just to get any debris out of there. There's even some built up crud. Okay. So, once again, very nicely sealed up so the blades don't get damaged during shipping. I'll put the link for these blades in the description below, and they're oiled. See, my hands are already getting a little oily there. There we go. Wow. I'm struggling here. There we go. All right, so nice and sharp. I can feel that. So we're just going to start one at a time. And they fit, there's little knobs that come up that fit into the hole on the blade, one on each end, to keep it in line. And then on there's even a recess in the top of this part there that's going to also then line that up where those knobs are at there. So we are going to take our 8 screws, and just start putting these all back together. All right, we're just finishing up here. I'm putting the last of the screws in. And we're gonna get these all tightened down. And I have a little sample project to run through here that's kind of like a miniature sample of a table that a customer wants me to make out of some reclaimed church pews. And if all looks good, then he'll say, go ahead and make me the table. So hopefully this planer does a good job here and doesn't jack the sample up. No one ever likes jacked up samples. Or for your planer to not do a good job. So now the recommended torque on these, I looked up and it says 11 to 15 foot-pounds of torque. And I'm thinking that's about 11 to 15 foot-pounds. I don't have a torque wrench. Maybe in the future, I will look into that. We're gonna go ahead. So now we got all 3 blades on. We're gonna go ahead and put our dust diverter on here. Okay. We got this backside mount here. This one's a little tricky on this one. This is a tricky one, but it does go in. Maybe I'll do this one first. I'm going to tighten these down. I think that will help keep this back hole lined up. You don't want the back hole getting out of alignment. I guess this is the only drawback of this aftermarket apparatus here. Fortunately, you don't have to go around too many times. Okay. Put the top back on. The screws do not come out of this. Ooh, you know what? I think I got this backwards. So there is a right and a wrong way. So no. There's one side that comes out a little further, and this side goes behind. This side goes behind this little lip right there. So you can use the same wrench for these as you did for your saw blades. And just so this is the top of the sample. All in all, I mean, it is dead on smooth and looking really good. So this is just a sample. I mean, it's a little rough mock-up, but kind of a nice little chopping, cutting board or something.